From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Right to the air, Burrow. Laporta with the grab. He gets it forward for a gain of 3, giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Up the sideline, past the 40. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. It's a 21-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the first.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Throw complete to Williams. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Burrow out of the shotgun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Burrow setting up the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's second and 11. He lofts it deep left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Running back sent in motion. Jackson now on third. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
The Lions take over first and 10.
Gibbs now from the gun. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Gibbs. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
They just get the play off. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So it'll be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
3rd and long, and that coordinator decides to dial up the pressure, and they get to the quarterback. You know why I love this call, Kate? It's not just because of the aggressive makeup, but you really dictate to that offense. 3rd and extra long is a great time to blitz, because either you get home like that, or the ball's got to come out way short of the sticks. Job well done defensively.
And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. And that one's going to hit the turf. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They send the tight end in motion. He's on the move. Taking off with it again.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they get this down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Burrow. He finds Laporta. And he's brought down after a short gain. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To throw again, it's Burrow. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing is Burrow. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit, the high percentage maker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this 1st half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First down, here's Lamar. That throw finds Jamar Chase. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Fred Warner. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion, out of the slot. Play action, here's Jackson. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. He was is looking for Mark Andrews. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Ravens nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They've got 1st down from the 31. The drive begins with Henry. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Committed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 13. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one hits for 30. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Out of the gun, Henry. Space to the left. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Working inside the red zone. He rolls to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Finds Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, Burrow to throw. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Getting 3 on that game. And that'll be first down, Detroit. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Play action now, Burrow. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense up to the line fast. From the 35 on second down. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On first down, Jackson escapes the pocket. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Look, he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it in the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
It's taken in by Lamb. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds a few yards short of the first. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the fourth. They're out and set, first and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 6 coming up here. Another one for Gibbs. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on second down. This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. Well, Brock, when it comes down to it, never an easy task trying to knock off a team inside their own building, right? You really see them come out with just a different kind of energy.
It's what every player is told, dating back to your Pop Warner and high school days. Defend your home turf. When somebody comes in and tries to knock you off inside your own building, well, you need to have the fortitude, the guts, the resolve to fight back and go get those wins. What an energized locker room right now. It always is when you do your collective job successfully and you do it in your own house.